Hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of my World of Warcraft Let's Play. Today I am planning on continuing some adventures here in Duskwood, and I'm just going to work on some of the lower level quests that we currently have in our quest log, and then make my way back to Darkshire and then figure out where I want to go from there. So currently, the quest that I am wanting to work on, I guess kind of two quests, but specifically I want to work on the 8-Legged Menaces quest, which is a quest for the Night Watch that we picked up to fight 15 pygmy venom web spiders, and then alongside that is a little bit of a higher level quest for the Totem of Infliction, where part of the quest, there's 3 different parts. One of them is to collect vials of spider venom from all the different spiders that exist in Duskwood, which we'll be naturally working on that while we kill 15 pygmy spiders. But once I kill 15, I'm going to start the journey back to Darkshire. I believe I turned this quest in along the way there, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn in all the quests that I have to turn into Darkshire, pick them up, and then as I said, we will go from there. I've been continuing my adventures playing the Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and I have been enjoying it a lot. It's kind of slowed down a little bit for me, where I'm just, logging in. When I feel like playing, I just play around, and when I'm kind of want to play something else, I kind of log off. I got super dedicated to it in like the first week of it being out, where I played non-stop. Like the first 4 days especially, I played like non-stop, and then I got really motivated to get 100% in another game that's not World of Warcraft, and I spent a lot of time doing that, and now I'm kind of back to my usual, where I play a variety of different games, Guild Wars 2, especially World of Warcraft, and a few other games, and I can just play what I want when I'm able to. And right now I'm playing World of Warcraft, the vanilla version of the game. Sometimes I'm on there playing Wrath of the Lich King, but most of the time that I've been spent playing games recently has been in Guild Wars 2, because I'm kind of getting back into it. Guild Wars 2 is kind of like a cycle game for me, where I kind of play it for a while and then I put it off to the side for like a little bit, like not completely. I still log in like every few days for like an hour at most, but eventually sometimes I'll come back and I'll play it like every day if I'm able to, and have a lot of fun with it, and I'm kind of getting back into that latter part right now. I've noticed that the Seasons of Mastery for vanilla World of Warcraft is actually coming to a close, where they are now offering transfers off of the Seasons of Mastery servers to either the static vanilla servers that exist, that are like the same servers that we all played on when Classic originally released in 2019, and they also have the opportunity for people to transfer to specific Wrath of the Lich King servers, which is very cool that they're offering that option. But there's a little bit of controversy within the community, and of course this is the World of Warcraft community, so where is there not any, if you're being honest, where it's select servers, so you'd have to transfer to the specific server that they're allowing you to, and if you wanted to play on a different server you have to pay to transfer, and that's of course a little bad that they're kind of forcing the payment down. But I'm really interested to see what the future for Seasons of Mastery is, because this current season is ending, and then people have been kind of wondering and speculating on if they're going to be introducing a new season for people to play through, because season 1 ends. That would mean season 2 coming out, and maybe that would mean more changes that they might implement into the vanilla game, as well as a new opportunity for fresh servers, which I mentioned that I am super kind of excited in playing, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to kind of experience that again, where in the original vanilla release, or the original classic release, I rode a Warlock, and I figured out that I didn't really enjoy playing Warlock, and I kind of want to play one of the classes that I am more interested in nowadays, now that I have played Classic a lot. And I regret sitting down here to drink water because there are some eyes in that bush there. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this area and come over here to find another spider, because I don't want to be right there. Speaking of stuff that is a little spooky, I just spent a lot of time finishing up a new fan trailer that I'm uploading to my YouTube channel, and it'll have already been a couple weeks probably by the time this video comes out. that fan trailer's already been up. It is my Shadow of the Mad King fan trailer for Guild Wars 2, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I am so happy that I get to share it with the world, just like with every single video that I create. It's such a nice like experience being able to kind of like pour a lot of like creativity and like thoughts into like a video and then share it with people, and then sometimes people like it a lot and it gets a lot of attention and traction, and it makes me happy. And this video in particular is like the first time that I spent making a more like narrative style video where I kind of made like a story, where most of my videos are like let's plays or guides or stuff like that, and like my other fan trailers, like they don't really have too much of like a story specifically that I created. Let's plays kind of, you know, it's like story based, where like we're kind of going through like the story of World of Warcraft right now, but it's not really a story that I am creating. Though I could create like a little side story with my character where I could kind of roleplay a little bit if that is something that people are interested in, maybe in a future project. Not so much with this one right now, though I do kind of like sneaking in a little bit of like personality into like my characters based off like my own personality and how I like interact with the world and like how I kind of do things and like talk to people in a way. And like some quests I don't do because it kind of goes against like my like character's personality and like moral code and like stuff like that, so I avoid like certain quests, though that goes against kind of like the completionist nature that I have with games, where I feel like I need to complete everything, and then there's like certain quests I'm like, I don't really want to do this quest because like it's just a quest, like you can just do it, turn it in. But again, it's kind of like a moral thing, I guess. Specifically, the quest, for anyone who knows, in Teldrassil, the Night Elf starting zone, there's a quest right out of the starting zone that kind of is a good example of a type of quest that I'm talking about right now. And if you know it right now, there it is. And if you don't know it, eventually, one day, we will probably be playing through that quest. So go ahead and look forward to that. But the idea of kind of completing games is really interesting to me, especially with how much World of Warcraft that I've been playing recently, because World of Warcraft doesn't really have like a sense of like completionism, where like you could get like the best gear in like an expansion and you could, you know, clear every raid and stuff like that. And now with like Wrath of the Lich King, there's achievements, so you could get like 100% achievements. But getting 100% achievements in like World of Warcraft is like so obscene, because you have to do so much. You have to be like the best arena player in the world, and you need to kill like 100,000 players in Battlegrounds, and you need to do every single raid on each difficulty and like in each like group size. It's just so much, and I absolutely love doing achievements. And I think World of Warcraft kind of like introduced the concept of like achievements and completing achievements to me, which eventually like throughout my life I've kind of really grasped that part of like games where I really enjoy completing achievements in games. And I'll specifically kind of pick up games or not pick up games depending on like the achievements that are available in that game. And I think that kind of all stems to World of Warcraft. But weirdly enough, like World of Warcraft is a game that I've never really felt like I've completed in a way, and I have a feeling that my Let's Play series is going to kind of give me a sense of that, where I feel like once I'm done creating all my different Let's Play series for World of Warcraft, I'll feel like, for me personally, I'll have beaten the game, quote unquote, where it's not like an achievement thing, it's not clearing all the raids, but it's like documenting and like sharing all my experiences with World of Warcraft, where I have it all in one place and I can come back to it anytime, and I'll feel like I have like officially properly done kind of everything, even though like I'm not obviously not going to do everything in like this Let's Play series. I'm not going to kill 100,000 horde on this character in this Let's Play series, because that's like a little obscene. I was like looking at like my retail stats, and apparently I've killed like 40,000 alliance on like my main character or not my main characters, all shared now, right? So on all my characters combined over like 6 years of playing, or on that account specifically, me trying to think here, or like it was like 4 years on that account, not 6. But like I only got 40,000 kills, so I guess I would have needed to play 6 more years of like constantly like kind of PvPing, I guess. I don't know how the stats work for like that time frame, but like that's such an obscene achievement. Plus, like with World of Warcraft, like today they keep adding more and more and more and more onto the game. So for example, say we complete every single achievement that is available in like the vanilla, the Burning Crusade, the Wrath of the King, and let's say Cataclysm. You complete every single achievement. Here's Mr. Pandaria, there's a ton more on added onto the game, and like that's really cool. But when it comes to like feeling like you've completed the game, where does it stop? And like that's the business model, right? They're trying to hook you into the game to keep buying the game and to keep paying for like a subscription so you can keep getting the achievements. This is like the same thing we see with like gear treadmills in the game, where like you're trying to get hooked onto level 24. Oh no, just gonna blink here, where you're trying to get hooked onto continuously like raid logging and getting new gear, and then like, oh, here's a new patch, there's a new tier of gear, you gotta get the new gear, here's the new expansion, you gotta start like all over, you gotta get your pre-bis, you gotta get your bis each tier that releases, and like where does it stop? And like that's something that I've kind of learned that I don't really enjoy in games, where like live content games or whatever it's called, where you're constantly having like a carrot put in front of you, where I like games that really have kind of like a conclusion. And let's go ahead and chat with Dogs here, and we can turn in our 8-legged Menace quest, and then with that we can go ahead and continue heading back to Darkshire. But I think World of Warcraft has really kind of like grown apart from me in the sense of like completing the game and doing like a ton of stuff in the game to complete it, where I don't really feel motivated to like continuously play the game, because one, I'm probably never going to be anywhere near close to being able to like complete the game to where I feel comfortable, and two, like that sense of progress will just go away when the next expansion comes out, because I'll have to get all the new gear. There's going to be a ton of new achievements. They're probably going to add achievements to like old areas like they do sometimes, and it's just like so much more time spent in the game, which like on top of that, I don't really enjoy retail World of Warcraft that much anymore, and like the content that has been added since like I've quit, and like as I was like starting to quit. And I also like don't enjoy the gameplay as much. So kind of when I look at like World of Warcraft nowadays, I kind of just see like vanilla, the Burning Crusade, and the Wrath of the Lich King for being like what I want like World of Warcraft for me personally to be, and I'm happy that like Classic now offers that opportunity for me as well. And I do kind of like log on to retail. I've not bought an expansion since Mr. Pandaria. However, I have played through some content in every single expansion that's come out except for Shadowlands, which is the most recent expansion, which now I technically own because I gave it to everyone for free, but I haven't played enough since that was given out for me to have been playing through that content, except for like the new starting experience like thing they added. I played through that. I didn't enjoy it that much. But as I was saying, like Classic, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, kind of where like I feel like I personally belong. And I think with like my main character, as I play through Wrath of the Lich King and like complete like a bunch of achievements that I want to complete, and then alongside that with my Let's Play series as I cover this era of the game, and then in addition to that, I spend some time in retail, kind of experiencing retail as well. And I think once like those like 3 points of the triangle all like line up together, I feel like I'll have kind of officially completed this game in a really weird way, I guess. But here we are back in Darkshire. Let's go ahead and turn in the different quests we have. So the first one we have in here is Jitter's Growling Gut. So we can go ahead and complete this quest, and we can go ahead and gather 6 gooey spider legs. to bring back to Chef Gruel, or however you pronounce that, in Darkshire. Let's go ahead and accept this. And then I'm going to assume the quest after that is to head back to Ravenhill in order to give that to Jitters. Let's come over here and let's turn in this quest, which we got from the Hermit Abercrombie and supplies from Darkshire. Here we can go ahead and turn this quest in, and then we need to get a ghost hair thread from Blind Mary, who is located nearby at another farm kind of near here. Let's go ahead and accept this quest. And then let's take a look at our map here. That's a little bit of a high level quest. Let's go ahead and come to the northern banks of Darkshire. Ooh, we have a quest in here actually that we can grab real quickly. We have been working on our, I don't even remember what it's called now, it's Dry Times. We can go ahead and talk to this bartender here. Hey there. And we can get a bottle of moonshine, and we have now completed that quest. We have to return to Lakeshire to turn it in at some point. We have Gooey Spider Lake there, so we already have one. And then we can go ahead and head back out into the world, and we can go grab 5 more Gooey Spider Lakes. So there should be a ton of spiders on the northern bank here. So let's go ahead and head over there, and we can just start farming some of these spiders. I guess this episode is a very spider heavy episode. Here we are back at the northern bank. We have a bunch of dire wolves around here. Let's go ahead and look for some spiders, and I see one right over here, so let's come over here and we can go ahead and attack these ones. So Duskwood is a really interesting location because there are a lot of bits and pieces of lore that revolve around this area of the world. So as I believe I mentioned last episode, this area of the world was actually called Brightwood, and due to a couple of serious lore events, that really changed. So there are kind of like 2 big events, and we're going to explore one of them more in a future episode, but I wanted to talk briefly about one of them now. And one of the events that kind of really corrupted this land was the fall of the prophet Medivh. And when he fell in, I believe it was Warcraft 2, it might have been Warcraft 1, a lot of fell-ish magic and energy kind of seeped into the world after his death and really contaminated this land and started to corrupt it into the Duskwood that we see today. And it used to be a really cool and like majestic area, very similar to Elven Forest. I believe it was actually kind of considered like southern Elven Forest, so it was very green and very, foresty and very peaceful, some farms here and there and some good towns. But now it is not so much. And of course, there is another really important event that we're going to be exploring a little bit more in a future episode. And one of the quests that we have in our quest log right now, I believe, is actually directly related to that story. So we'll go ahead and be able to explore that in the future. I have a feeling this quest that we are working on right now has a very low drop rate for these Gooey Spider Legs, because we have killed like 25 spiders since we have been here in Duskwood, and we have only gotten 1 Gooey Spider Leg. So I have a feeling this might be a quest that we work on here and there as we kind of continue throughout our adventures. So I think I'm going to, for right now, just continue working on this quest for a little bit, and then I might actually call it good on this quest, and I might go and head on doing it, and I might go and start doing something a little bit different. But first, let's just kill enough spiders to level up to level 22, because we are super close to that right now. I can go ahead and eat and drink, and then I will go ahead and just keep fighting some more of these spiders. But looking at our quest log right now, we only have one like level appropriate quest in our quest log in Duskwood right now. So we have kind of completed the first few quests in the zone, and now these quests are a little bit higher level than us right now. However, we have several quests in Redridge Mountains that is more appropriate for our level. So shortly, we're going to go ahead and return over to that area of the road and continue exploring some new areas there that we have not been in yet. I am now 1 and like a little less than half a bar away from leveling up to level 22, and I think with that I'm going to head back to Stormwind to go ahead and go to my trainer, see if there's anything there, and then I'll go ahead and head to Red Ridge. Hopefully I will get 1 or 2 gooey spider legs in the time it takes to kill all the spiders when we reach the next level. However, I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. Go ahead and finish this one off. Hope there's a gooey spider leg in there, and there is. So far it's kind of looking good. I got attacked by the starving direwolf, and I'm kind of struggling against these mobs where I'm going very low on health and mana while fighting each of these mobs, and I don't think that is the best thing for us right now. So let's go ahead and hope we can finish off this direwolf without many complications. And we did. We got a nice critical strike there that really helped us out, and we can go ahead and regenerate our health and mana real quick so we don't have to be in this stressful situation again, hopefully. I see a spider over there kind of crawling by, and I have my eyes on that one right now to attack. So let's go. Oh, there's 2 of them right there. It's a little spooky. Let's go ahead and head over here, and we can pull the first one here on the left, and then we can take a look at the one on the right. Let's go ahead and deal with this.
It's too far away.
Oh, too far away. Frostbolt has a very kind of like low range compared to Fireball. It's a 5-yard range difference. So Fireball is oftentimes kind of like nicer because you can pull mobs from farther away. However, Frostbolt kind of, when you think about like the time it takes for a monster to get to you, as well as like the range from where you attack them from, oftentimes, like most of the time, Frostbolt tends to be better in that like kind of like dynamic where sure you might be able to engage an enemy from further away with a Fireball. However, a Frostbolt is going to slow the enemy's run speed away, where having the extra 5 yards really doesn't give you too much of an advantage. Half a bar away from level 22, only a few more spiders, 2 or 3 more maybe, we have left to defeat in order to level up. Let's go ahead and finish this one off. Another critical strike. We've been really lucky with critical strikes recently. We got a green chest piece there, however it is a male chest piece, so we are not going to be equipping that. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to turn around here, I think, and start running back towards Darkshire because I want to take a flight path to Stormwind. Let's go ahead and just come over here and see if we can find a couple more spiders that we might have missed this direction. I see 1 spider over there. We can go ahead and sneak past all these wolves and go ahead and get a tag off on this spider. There's a ton of wolves here. Let's come over here. I don't think there's any wolves here. And the spider right here, very close. Go ahead and fire blast, and then we'll go ahead and frost nova to get some range on you. There's a level 10 Murloc Forager there on the other side of the river. We can ignore him. Let's go ahead and deal with the spider. And that frost nova was really nice. It didn't break until like the 3rd attack, I think there. I think it like naturally ran out. It didn't even break at all. We got another gooey spider leg, 3 out of 6. That's very nice. Let's go ahead and come over here. We only need 1 more kill in order to finish leveling up to level 22, and hopefully with this kill we'll get another gooey spider leg. And then also if we did get a 4th gooey spider leg here, that would kind of motivate me to stick around a little bit because we're kind of getting a little lucky. And I see some spiders over there, so I might go ahead and just fight them anyways since we are right here. Let's finish this one off. We're now level 22. And we got a ton of items from that spider, but no gooey spider legs, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and come over here, and we can fight this one and then the other one, and we're pretty close to the road now. With leveling up to level 22, we have a new talent point, and it looks like I'm just going to go ahead and put it into Piercing Ice, which increases damage done by our frost spells by an additional 2%. Let's go ahead and do that, and that will allow us to do a lot more damage. I'm taking a look at my quest log as well. I've got a 4th gooey spider leg. Wow, I have a gray quest now on my quest log. That's not good. I have a couple of quests in Duskwood that are now yellow level, and I think these would be good quests to work on. However, I do want to go back to Red Ridge first, and then we can come back to Duskwood and work on those couple of quests. Here we have another spider over here, and we're still at 4 out of 6 gooey spider legs.
I'm out of range.
With another spider here that we can go ahead and deal with, and we're pretty close to the road right now. Let's go ahead and just fight this one. And then maybe we can check on the other side of the road. I think there might be a couple spiders there that we can fight. And no gooey spider meat from that one. Oh, there's one all the way over here. We have a dire wolf attacking us. Let's go ahead and run away a little bit. And I want to come over here. And I think the dire wolf is about to kind of get off of our aggro. And there he goes. Go ahead and fight this spider here. I feel like we've been really lucky with like the gooey spider legs all of a sudden, because we fought so many spiders like last episode and we had only one, and now we've gotten 3 just from fighting over here. We also fought like 10 spiders at the beginning of this episode. I'm wondering if I maybe accidentally like deleted or sold some gooey spider legs. Maybe I did. That would be embarrassing. That would be a little embarrassing, because I would definitely like having those. But we have another spider over here that we can go ahead and aggro. And then I think, unless this one drops a gooey spider leg, meaning we'd be out of 5, we'd be 5 out of 6, I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and go back to Darkshire. I'm going to keep saying that, aren't I? With like any spiders that I see on there, go ahead. Let's go ahead and find some more spiders, and we can try to get our 6th gooey spider leg there. So we all know what's going to happen now. I just got 4 gooey spider legs, and I'm feeling like I'm going to complete this quest pretty soon, but our 6th gooey spider leg that we need, I'm not going to get. I'm going to kill 60 spiders, and this episode is going to be an hour long. It's just me killing spiders over and over. I'll definitely cut it down a little bit if that's the case, and I'll just go back to Darkshire frustrated, and then the final spider I kill right next to the Darkshire is going to go ahead and give me the spider leg that I need. If we're lucky. If we're unlucky, it's going to be episode 47, and we're still going to be working on this quest. That would be a very funny situation if that is actually the case. Go ahead and finish the spider off, and then there's another one right there. Go ahead and attack. Well, it only took like 10 kills or something there, but I got the 6th one. Let's go ahead and head back to Darkshire and hopefully not die on the way back. And the direwolf resisted. This might be a little dicey here. Let's try not to pull anything. I think we'll probably be fine. And let's go. Oh, that wolf was close. Let's go ahead and just run straight back to Darkshire and hopefully avoid everything along the way. And here we are back in Darkshire. If you kind of noticed, there's a bunch of pumpkins around here, as well as some other decorations, and that's because the Halloween festival for World of Warcraft, I believe it's called Hallows End, is going on in-game right now, and maybe I'll take a look at it this year, but maybe I'll take a look at it another year. Let's go ahead and come into the inn here, and we can go ahead and turn in this quest back here. Let's go ahead and talk to the chef here, give him the gooey spider legs, and we got a spider cake recipe. And then he is going to give us a quest to bring Jitters some dusky crab cakes.
Go with honor, friend.
Go ahead and pick those up, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean out my inventory real quick. And then with that, I think either in between episodes or at the start of next episode, I'm going to go ahead and head to Stormwind, clear out my inventory a little bit and train, and then head to Lakeshire. But as far as this episode goes, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I hope you remember to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.